Last time on Slotrods.
The answer is no, you ain't got a chance. She's out of your league, just let the girl dance. No creeping allowed though, you just get a glance. Don't try to swim game, yo, just let the girl dance. The answer is no, you ain't got a chance. She's out of your league, just let the girl dance. You can watch her soul blow from a distance, but give her some bass on, let the girl dance.
Hey everybody, welcome.
Dude, what was that?
What was what?
That thing was just up on the screen.
Oh, that. Well, we'll be talking about that later in the episode.
Fine. Hi, everybody. I'm Randy Silvas.
But I'm Tony Malik.
Welcome back to Slotrods for our second round of our Halloween shootout. The 18 cars we have today have already survived one round of competition, and them cold track conditions, I think they're finally starting to warm up.
Let's hope you're right. It'll make for a much better day. Well, there's only one way to find out. First up, it's Randy in the Lambo.
And I'll be going up against Louis Wingate in his 1966 Dodge called the Pineapple Express.
Oh, I think I saw that. Hold on.
I don't know. I think I broke loose.
There was definitely, the tires broke loose on the Pineapple first. Watch this. Tires break loose and then you gather it up. Or then he gathered it up. The Lambo, on the other hand, it jumps off the line and then the tires break loose. By the time you gathered it up, he was gone.
I think you're right. It did look like it. I thought I was laid off the line, but I guess not.
That means the Pineapple Express will be moving on to the third round.
For our second race, we have Michael Mack in his 1963 Shelby Cobra going up against Tony in his 1970 Stingray called the SOB.
This race was over before it started. Mike got an itchy trigger finger and he took off before the light, so this one was a default race, and SOB gets a free ride to the third round.
Race number 3 is that Crimson 67 Corvette called Big Red versus Brittany Wingate in that fast 82 Vet called the Phoenix.
Not too bad off the start, but that Coronet, that thing's set up for a quarter mile, not eighth mile. It was just starting to open up wide whenever it came across the finish line. So, winner is the Phoenix, moving on to the third round.
Yeah, next time you gotta switch out that pinion gear before you go out to race an eighth mile.
Yeah, whatever. Read your lines.
Race number 4 is Dan Sack Andy in the Midnight Ride versus Drew Hall in his 1940 Ford Gasser called the Magic 8 Ball.
Oh, that's not the Dan Sack Andy I'm used to seeing race. He's usually real quick off the line.
Tony, I think Dan may have been waiting on a pizza.
Yeah, well, I hope he got the 30 minutes or less special because it just cost him a race.
And the winner is the Magic 8 Ball. Alright folks, that gets us 4 races deep into the second round. We'll be moving on to race 5 right after we hear from Tony in a new installment of a segment called Into the Pit.
Hey everybody, Tony here with another edition of Into the Pit. And this time I want to talk to you about some changes we're making to our race structure. We're introducing 3 trophies to the mix. The first being the Crystal Skull, which is given out for the Halloween shootout. and you've already gotten a look at that. The second is the top 10 number 1 trophy. And whoever the number 1 driver in the top 10 is, that's who has that trophy. They give it to the next number 1, and it travels from person to person. And the third is my personal favorite, the Tournament King. We're going to have several tournaments throughout the year, several different types of tournaments throughout the year. The winner of the tournament that day gets the trophy. They carry it until the next tournament. Now, what all this means is there are 3 trophies. You're never truly the champion in the 724 unless you have all 3 of them. And only the person who wins the Crystal Skull has the opportunity to tie all 3 of those trophies together at some point during the following year. So the winner from this year's Halloween Shootout will have 12 months to try to unite all 3 trophies and become the undisputed heavyweight champ of the 724. In our next episode of Slotrods, you'll be seeing who wins the Crystal Skull for this year, and they'll have it for the next 12 months. So this should stir things up and keep it interesting. We're going to be a little busy on our next episode, so there won't be an Into the Pit next time. However, we're going to be taking the month of January off to restructure and regroup and have some races and make some new episodes for you. So in mid-January, I'm going to put out a special full-length episode of Into the Pit, and we're going to get into the nuts and bolts and the specs and everything you need to know to build a car to race with us or to build your own track and start your own league. So until next time, back to you, Randy.
Oh, I get it. So that was that thing at the beginning of the show. Nice. I look forward to having all 3 of those on my mantelpiece someday.
All right, slow down.
Over a nice roaring fire.
Okay, all right.
Roasting on some marshmallows.
Oh, Jesus.
Up next,
Brittany Wingate in that badass blue 1966 Ford GT going up against Dan Sackandy trying to redeem himself for that last race in his Gen 3 Camaro he calls the Silver Streak.
Dan comes off the starting line. That GT has some catching up to do, buddy.
Yeah, it was never going to quite get there, though. This has not been the day for the Ford GTs, has it?
It has not. I think Dan has redeemed himself.
Yes, I would say so.
Our winner is the newly redeemed Dan Sackandy in his Silver Streak. Up next, we have Keith Bean in that deadly green and gold Mopar funny car called the Cannonball versus Dan Sackandy driving for Tony Mullick in this Plymouth called the Red Runner.
Oh, I really don't think you could have came off the line fast enough to beat that funny car. There just ain't no way. That thing moves. I couldn't have drove it any better, Dan. Thanks for covering me on that round. And the winner is Keith Bean in the Cannonball.
Up next, we have another Ford GT driven by Lewis Wingate called Dank Nasty versus Elvin Kennedy in this 1966 Ford F100 called One Man's Poison. All right, let's race them.
All right, well, that Ford GT was a little bit much for that old truck. I'll tell you what, though, we get Elvin another set of tires for the rear of that, and it could be a whole different race next time around. All right, that means your winner is Dank Nasty. Moving on to round 3.
Today's been a pretty good day of racing, and we'll be back with what I have a feeling may be our 2 most exciting races of the day, right after this word from our sponsor. On to race number 8. This beautiful 69 Olds 442 called Why Not? Versus
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Everybody good? All right, we're ready. Why Not definitely got the jump. Ooh, Kelly coming around on the big end though.
Oh, she's real close, buddy. I think she might have had it.
I don't know. She was definitely crawling up that quarter panel of that Oldsmobile coming across the finish line. Ooh, look at that.
That's close, buddy. Too close for me.
Let's see this finish line camera. Oh, by less than a car length. The winner is Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Well, folks, this is it. Our final race of round 2. Mother versus son. Michael Mack in his Killer Nova versus Kelly Calkins in Valentine. Let's go.
Hey. Ooh, Mike's definitely his typical fast off the line self.
Killer Nova ahead.
Oh, I don't know. She's doing the same thing 2 races in a row. She's coming up from behind.
I didn't catch it.
Ooh, I don't know about this. Hold on.
Perfect start.
Look at this synchronized finish. I have no idea.
Beautiful.
There's no way you can tell. Hold on, finish line camera.
Wow.
A bumper. Oh, Mike, how you gonna do moms like that, man?
Wow.
That's not right.
Wow.
Oh well.
That's the way racing goes.
Michael Mack going on to the 3rd round in his Killer Nova.
Get her, son.
All right, well, that brings us to the end of round 2. Pineapple Express, SOB, the Phoenix, Silver Streak, Magic 8 Ball, Cannonball, Dank Nasty, Beetlejuice, and the Killer Nova are all going to move on to round 3. And they'll all be competing on the quest for the Crystal Skull. And that concludes round 2. Thanks, folks, for being here with us. And until next time, I'm Tony Mollick.
And I'm Randy Silvas.
And you've been watching Slotrods.
The answer is no, you ain't got a chance. She's out of your league, just let the girl dance. No sleeping allowed though, you just get a glance. Don't try to swing game, yo, just let the girl dance. The answer is no, you ain't got a chance. She's out of your league, just let the girl dance. You can watch a show blow from a distance, but give us some space, son, let the girl dance.